Referee Aubrey Edwards is
launching off and just rocks Britt Baker on the outside.
This bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Huge implications in the women's division for this matchup. The number 1 ranked Britt Baker taking on the number 2 ranked Hikaru Shida.
Number 1 versus number 2 here tonight in Indianapolis. Big challenge for both these ladies, no doubt.
And her opponent from Kanagawa, Japan, Hikaru Shida.
Those taiko drums are pounding and Hikaru Shida making her way down to the ring.
I watched her work out this afternoon. She has amazing core strength. She didn't work out in the ring. She worked out around the ring on those thin black mats. And I was cringing just to watch her work out.
Yeah, she holds that bridging position on the top of her head where she bridges backward. And not only is that core strength, but that's also phenomenal neck strength. A product of the Japanese dojo system is Hikaru Shida. 11 years of experience for Shida, only 4 years for Dr. Britt Baker. And Tony, both of these women share a common opponent in the AEW Women's World Champion, Riho.
Shida trying to avenge her singles loss to Riho at All Out. We know Britt Baker's lost to Riho, so still, you know, you mentioned the top 10 rankings. You mentioned they come out each and every Friday. And Black Friday starts for AEW merchandise we just saw.
Yeah, I heard those JR shirts are hot.
Yeah. Have they sold any JR hats yet? Is that part of that?
I hope not. All right, here we are. Seriously, business as usual. 2 great young athletes right here that both feel compelled that nothing will be enough until they become champion. I think that's the attitude everybody should have on this roster, male or female.
Britt was showing a little frustration just like a couple of seconds into the match. She needs to work through that.
Britt Baker has very high expectations for herself.
Sure,
her accomplishments have been amazing in her non-wrestling life. Nice arm drag takedown.
Shida with one of her own.
Yep.
Britt with a sweep cover, not even a 1 count. Shida with the sweep, again not even a 1 count. Oh! Shida went for that knockout strike. Britt avoided it. Had she hit it, the night would have been over for the doctor.
You're right, it would have been that quickly. It would have ended. Look at the focus on the face of Britt Baker.
Britt ducking under. Shida exchanging, blocking the kick. Elbow strike across the jaw.
A little fireman carry takeover by Britt Baker. Yeah, you think the experience advantage is going to be could be a telltale factor in this.
And she's going for that lockjaw, but Shida has it well scouted. You can see trying to bring her right arm towards the center as she rolls out of it.
Lockjaw is the submission maneuver used by Britt Baker. She didn't get it this time. Will she get it next time? We'll find out, folks. The action will continue live right here on TNT. Don't you go away.
That lockjaw submission, JR. When Britt Baker has both arms captured, she presses down on the mandibular nerve. That nerve that runs straight through the tongue all the way back down through the throat.
You can do the old Google search of Dr. Sam Shepard. That was a maneuver that he, I guess, created way back in the day. And he was also a central character in the movie The Fugitive.
Lariat takes Shida off of her feet. Britt Baker using her height advantage, putting it to good work there.
That's what she's got to use, her height advantage. Any advantage she can take against Shida, she needs to use it. And let's see what she can do here.
Beautiful suplex taking Shida up and over the top. Britt hooks the far leg. 1, 2. 2 count only from referee Aubrey Edwards.
I just didn't see and that exchange right there, fellas, the killer instinct from Britt Baker to make that cover. I didn't see the tenacity that it might take to put a great veteran like Shida down.
Yeah, Shida's so tenacious, and you see Britt Baker actually busted open. Blood coming out of the nose. Not sure what she got caught on, but that just goes to show you how dangerous of a striker Hikaru Shida is.
And now there's aggression. Hook with a leg and a near fall created, a strong near fall created by Britt Baker, whose nose is bleeding.
Yeah, Aubrey Edwards is checking in now to see if she's okay.
Just like the radio show, she's busted open.
Well, I saw Dave LaGreca's likeness here.
The fat head?
The big fat head. Yeah, it's not what we're calling LaGreca, a fat head, although we have before.
Oh, Britt, man, she's you sense a little frustration, maybe from Britt for some reason.
You do. Not what you're used to seeing in somebody with a 2-match win streak.
Yeah, I sense that frustration from the get-go.
And I think Britt, as the #1 ranked competitor, would much rather be in a match with Riho for the title.
And she would also normally be blocking these punches instead of taking these punches. Her hands are down to her side, so you got to wonder: is she? What's the deal here? Is she okay physically, or is she mentally out of it, or what's going on?
You're right. Not much defense from Britt Baker at all in this so far. She's in a tough spot here.
Not a place to hang out.
Captured up in the corner, rising knee strike, the point of the knee, catching Britt Baker in the ribs.
We're back here live in Indianapolis. Britt Baker, Shida, one-on-one. A match between the #1 contender for the women's title and the #2 contender for the women's championship. 1 versus 2. A bloody nose has befallen Britt Baker in this matchup.
And Shida, we've seen her employ this chair as a launch pad before. And she's looking to do it again. She likes to hit that rising knee strike.
Yeah, launch pad I don't mind, but to pick it up and use in a match like this, there's no place for it.
Referee Aubrey Edwards just
launching off and just rocks Britt Baker on the outside.
It's hard to restore order here, but you don't want that foul, if that was a foul, to have an outcome on this match. And that's what we got with this chair in the way.
And we saw during the break in the picture-in-picture that Britt Baker had her nose busted open. You have to wonder, is that inhibiting her breathing? Could that be why she's having so much difficulty stringing offense together?
A lot of times it's a sign of a broken nose.
Britt able to evade the suplex.
Now that's the kind of shot that you look for. That's what you're talking about when you're the #1 contender. You bring the fire.
Plenty behind those blows, you're right, JR.
And just yanking down on the arm, looking to pull the left arm of Hikaru Shida out of the socket as Britt drops to the floor.
It's obvious that there's breathing issues. Obvious. Britt's breathing out of her mouth very heavily. For a boxing fan, we all know
sling
what
blade.
that means. The sling blade hits, but she's still got to get that oxygen in her body to operate. And
Pump handle.
That's a trouble right now.
Pump handle into the face buster, planning Shida. Cover hook to the leg. 1, 2, 2 count. Britt didn't do a great job of distributing the weight on the shoulders of Shida.
Exactly, those shoulders were completely vacant.
And the breathing issues perhaps have Britt Baker rattled. She's looking for that swinging neckbreaker, that fisherman's neckbreaker, but Shida had it scouted. She dropped to a single knee. And now firing in more shots in the midsection. Sending Britt Baker across the ring. Shida charges in, nobody home.
Shida had to cover a lot of ground there, folks, and so what, many times you cover that much ground, you don't connect with anything but the turnbuckle. That's what we saw there.
Britt picking Shida
up. Good knee.
Rising knee across the chest, and now Britt with the pendulum DDT. Planted on the top of her head. 1, 2, no! Hikaru Shida able to kick out.
Man, well-earned near fall by the bloody nose of Britt Baker, who continues to fight and try to get back in her rhythm, get back in her game. And we've seen flashes of that, but not consistently in this match, even though she's, like you said, on a 2-match winning streak.
And Hikaru Shida able to fight free. of that neck breaker with those downward elbow strikes. Now Britt hits the ropes with Shida with the rising knee, catching her on the jaw. Britt Baker knocked flat on her back. Hikaru Shida with a glimmer of hope here.
Shida, the number 2 contender for Rio's championship, right behind Britt Baker.
I think y'all are right about the breathing. Britt just seems to step off here.
Yeah, she's not getting the oxygen. And Bill watched it one time.
Oh!
Wow, what a hip toss.
Beautiful judo-style hip toss, and now Shida with Britt and the Fireman's carry it to the backbreaker.
That should be it.
Nasty backbreaker, leg hooked.
No!
And Baker fights out of it.
She had to fight out of it because she had the shoulders.
Shida. Oh, the running knee strike right on the money. 1. Oh no, Britt reverses.
Great reversal.
She's looking for submission.
She's got the arms trapped.
Shida can't get out.
Shida maneuvering her body, her lower body towards the ropes, and
she's there.
Wow, how close was that to the end?
Shida out of bounds. The referee has to call with the break, gets it. Swinging neck breaker. Britt Baker trying to get back in this thing.
1,
win it here,
2.
Can she? Near fall.
So close for Britt Baker.
What a contest.
Physicality.
And now Britt with the low thrust kick. Shida captures the boot. Oh, poke in the eye, inside cradle.
Look at this.
1,
Inside cradle.
2. Oh!
She do it? No. That was a veteran maneuver.
Hikaru Shida pulls her in. Drops her down, the Falcon Arrow. She's done the deal. 1, 2. No! Nobody kicks out.
Falcon Arrow did not work. She apparently didn't get what she wanted out of it.
Shida, though, undaunted. She's going back and attack again. Another knee strike.
Right to the head. Another strike.
1,
Hard strike.
2,
Both legs hooked.
3.
3 is over.